Hey everyone, in this video, we are building a conversational voice AI appointment setter. We use VAPI for the conversation and n8n to handle the booking logic using Cal.com and Google Calendar. So this is the n8n workflow. If you've seen my other videos, you might notice something missing here, AI agent node. In this workflow, we are intentionally not using the AI agent node for booking. Here's a simple reason why this setup is better for basic appointment setter. The first, save money. Every time the AI agent node runs, it costs you money for the LLM processing. By using simple n8n nodes for the logic, we cut those costs. Second, avoid mistakes. AI can sometimes be unpredictable without a good prompt. We want our scheduling to be perfect every time. This simple setup ensures the logic follows the exact rules we set, avoiding booking errors. Third, faster conversations. Skipping the AI agent node's processing time makes the system faster. A quick response is key to a good caller experience. So first, the webhook node receives all the parameters coming from VAPI. Then the set node as the event type ID, which n8n needs to access your Cal.com calendar. It also converts the phone number into the E.164 format. Now, because our VAPI agent uses two different actions, one for checking availability and one for actually booking the appointment, n8n has to decide which flow to run. In the availability check, we first create a start time based on the caller's requested time. Then an HTTP request is sent to the Cal.com API to see if the time is open. If it is available, the workflow returns that slot. If it's not, it suggests 3 alternative time slots. And the book appointment flow, this one is a lot simpler. It just sends a booking request to the Cal.com API using the predefined appointment time. That's basically it. I also added an error branch just in case something fails. So let's set up our Cal.com first. If you don't have a Cal.com account, just sign up from the link in the description. It's easy to set up. You're just signing in with your Google account. Once you sign in, firstly go to Apps section, now go to App Store and click Google Calendar and click Install and Authorized. Next, we go into Event Types and select one event that you want to use. In my case, I created one for this video. I'm gonna use this one. As you see, the duration is set to 30 minutes, but if you wanna make it longer, like 1 hour, just put 60 instead of 30. It's up to you. And also change the location to Google Meet. The default location is Cal Video, so yeah, change it to Google Meet. Then we go to Availability section. This is where we can set available time window. In my case, Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Oh, actually Friday is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can change the time range whatever you like. Next, we move to limits. Now let's look at the minimum notice. It's the minimum amount of time before an event that someone is allowed to book it. So last minute bookings inside the window are blocked. I set it to 4, but you can change it however you like. Then let's go to advanced section. Firstly, you can select the calendar you want to connect it to. I set it my main calendar, and you can change calendar event name, whatever you like. So in my case, event title with name. You can see other options here. So the event title will be displayed like this. Now scroll down to booking questions. So Cal.com used to require an email for all bookings, but now you can create phone-based event types that only require phone number instead of an email. In this video, I want to use phone number for booking appointments. So make sure to select the phone in the confirmation section. And then you can keep this setting as it is. Name is required and phone number is also required and everything else is hidden. Now let's get event type ID. You can find it in the URL. This is the URL, and in my case, this 7-digit number is the event type ID. So I'm gonna copy and paste in the notepad. We are going to use this later. And lastly, we need to create an API key. Let's go to settings and go to API keys. Then click on add and give it a name, and you can set expiration date. Then click on save and you'll get the API key. We're gonna use this later. Once the API key comes up, just copy and paste it into your notepad. Now let's switch back to n8n. We are going into set node first. Just click on this. And firstly, swap the ID with yours. So since we store the ID here, and copy and paste into it. And also we need to format the phone number in E.164 format before sending it to Cal.com. The reason I add phone number field here because we need to format the phone number in E.164 format before sending it to Cal.com. As you can see, the number from VAPI doesn't include a country code, so we are converting it to the proper format here. Next is the switch node. Since we'll be creating two tools in VAPI later, this node determines which tool was called. The function name parameter contains the name of the tool that was used. I added this parameter to the field and set the condition to is equal to, then copy and paste each tool name. And finally, I renamed the outputs to keep everything organized. Now we're going to configure the HTTP request node, which is a key part of this workflow. First, we need to set up authentication. First, set the authentication to generic credential and choose header auth as the generic auth type. Then create a new credential from the dropdown. Then for the name, type in authorization, and for the value, type bearer first, then paste your API key, then click on save. This request to Cal.com uses 4 main fields, event type ID, and I map this from this set node. Just pull this event ID type, and then start and end time. I threw in them from the previous node. Then time zone. I use the time zone value coming from the webhook node since the VAPI assistant asks the customer for their time zone and captures it there. You don't need to change anything for the header parameters. Then go to settings and select continue from the dropdown. So you can create an error path from this node. For the error path, at a webhook node that sends a message back saying there was an error. On the success path, I added an if node. The HTTP node returns success even when there are no available slots. The if node checks whether the response data is empty. If the data is not empty, the next webhook node returns the available slots. If it's empty, the workflow asks the user for different date and time. Now let's look at the book appointment path. The first, we have an HTTP request node and configure authentication the same way as the previous HTTP node. You also don't need to change anything in the header parameters section. Then scroll down to send body. This is where the actual booking happens. Here you send the start time, event type ID, name, phone number, and time zone that the VAPI assistant captured from the caller. If the request succeeds, the webhook node returns a message like, "You've been booked at the requested time, thanks." If it fails, the flow goes to the error path where a switch node checks the error type, whether the slot was already taken, the timers in the past, or the provided phone number is invalid. Then each webhook node returns a message explaining what went wrong. That's it for n8n. Now let's switch over to VAPI. For this assistant, select GPT-4 cluster model. It's modern enough for straightforward appointment setting use case. You can write whatever you like for the first message. For the main prompt, you can either paste in my version or create your own, as long as it includes the current time zone, clear task instructions, and the tool names. The logic is simple. Instruct the agent to collect the customer's details when they ask to book. Then call the Get Availability tool to check open slots. If the requested time is available, have the agent confirm it and call the Book Appointment tool. If it's not, the agent asks for different time. If you reuse my prompt, the only thing you need to change is the time zone value. Make sure it is set to your own time zone. You can grab your time zone from cal.com, so just copy this one and paste here. For the voice setting, pick any voice you like. For transcriber, set to Deep RAM, Nova 3 or Nova 3 General. And we'll configure the tools section in the next step. Now let's head to the tools section. The first tool is Get Availability. Click Create Tool and select Custom Tool. Name it Get Availability and add a brief description like, get available slots from the calendar. And turn strict on. For the parameters, add 3 fields: name, requested time, caller, time zone. Name, that's the caller name. Requested time, add a description such as date and time the caller requests for an appointment in ISO A601 format. And then mark this as required. And the caller time zone, add a description like return the caller's time zone in IANA format. And mark this as required as well. Scroll down to Server Message section and go back to NAN and click on Webhook and select production URL and click to copy and paste into this field. Then click on Save. Next, create the Book Appointment tool. Just create the tool and select Custom Tool. Give it a name, Book Appointment, and a short description such as use this tool to book an appointment. And turn strict on. For the parameters, include the same fields from Get Availability, name, requested time, caller time zone, plus phone. But this time, mark name as required. Then add a phone number, name it phone, and give it a short description like phone number of the caller, and then mark it as required. Then paste the same webhook URL into this field, then click on Save. Now let's go back to the Assistance section. In the Tools section, select the two tools you just created. Then scroll down to Predefined Functions and enable the End Call function toggle. The setup is complete. Now let's test it with a call.
So how can I assist you today?
Hey, I'd like to book an appointment.
Sure. Can I get your name, please?
Yeah, I'm Tosh.
Thanks, Tosh. Could you tell me what city or time zone you're in?
I'm calling from New York.
Got it, Tosh. What time would work best for you?
Do you have availability at 1 p.m. on December 10th?
Yes, we have availability at 1 p.m., 1:30 p.m., and 2 p.m. on December 10th. Is 1 p.m. good for you?
Yep.
Great. Can I have your phone number to complete the booking? I'll repeat it back to confirm.
Yeah, 778-231-6578.
Thanks for booking with us, Tosh. Your appointment is confirmed for 1 p.m. on December 10th. If you need anything else, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Let's take a look at my NAN. I'll click on Executions. Yeah, it looks like the workflow ran correctly. Now I'm going to check my calendar. Yeah, perfect. The appointment was successfully booked. My Google Calendar is set to Vancouver time, but since I told the agent I'm calling from New York, the booking was created in Eastern time. So the appointment was set for 1 p.m. EST, which correctly shows up as 10 a.m. on my calendar in Vancouver time. Vancouver is 3 hours behind New York, so this means the time zone logic is working as expected. Free 15-minute consultation call. You can book free session through the link in the description. If you found this helpful, drop a like and subscribe. I'll be sharing more tutorials soon. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.